Um, Obviously, when you go 5-5, bonus points were the difference tonight. A lot of scrap and a lot of good things. I told my team in the locker room that I loved their effort. I thought both teams gave really great effort. I guess you get that in a rivalry, but I think we wrestled really hard. We rolled the dice a little bit, threw a young guy out there at 74 that's kind of funky, and he found out what it's like to wrestle a big time guy. And so there's a lot of lessons, even at 141. I felt like we learned a lot of lessons. I think we have a lot to take from this to make us better. Hats off to Iowa. They came ready to scrap. They're the better team today, and we just gotta keep putting our head down. I think we've created a great atmosphere. I think we got something here. So with that, I'll open it up.
Great atmosphere. Would you like to see this be a home and home now, like it used to be?
I would. I don't know if they would, but I would. But that's all right. Whatever. I think that's old school like us, right? I remember that. We did home and away all the time. So I guess you'll have to ask the Big Ten Network what their ratings were, and they might want to do home and home again because I think that sells tickets and advertising. So, but yeah, I'd be definitely for it.
You mentioned the lessons. What are the lessons learned?
I think the lesson learned at 41 is, when you're young and you're a freshman and you wrestle a savvy guy that's as accomplished as Real Woods, you got to get away. And we didn't do a very good job of getting away there. And we got to do a better job the first period, just kind of staying in the middle and not getting overwhelmed. At 74, we learned that you can't roll around. You don't want to take that away from a guy like MJ, because MJ is going to be phenomenal. He's a very small 174 pounder. But he rolls around, he's real dangerous, and actually in the room he beats everybody we got. So I said, heck, we get a free bullet, let's use him. But when you wrestle a guy that's solid and strong, and you just can't go to the funk right away. So I was curious to see, we wanted that match to kind of be a roll-around match, but not that much of a roll-around match. And the same thing at 57, we just, we fall behind there every time and we dig ourselves out of a hole. We're down 6-0 and we come back and make it. It ended up being a major at the end, so it kind of stayed the same. So we got to do a better job there.
Earlier this year, you talked about Johnson having a ton of confidence. Is that what he showed by scoring the last second takedown?
He's got swagger. I think he's proven. He's beaten Gomez and Max Murin so far in the first month of his college career. So he's not too bad.
How has conditioning played a role in Johnson's finishing in the third period?
Yeah, I think that was the book on him, but he's really spent a lot of time. He does a great job with his weight management. He's probably one of the best guys that manages his weight on our team. He stays super hydrated. He does it right. He's really doing the right things right now.
What you feel like was the biggest difference at 65?
David's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's pretty technical, and he's got a lot of pop. He's got athleticism, and I think we needed to get to major there, so I'm giving him hell a little bit. We needed to get to major there, so I might not let him eat on the way home.
What is it starting the duel at another weight besides 125?
I thought they might want to draw. We like I said in my press conference on Wednesday. I really like, we really wanted all of them to wrestle. So I'm excited that we got to see both Spencer and 141. So I kind of thought they might, depending on how you don't know the health of Spencer. Maybe start at 33 or 41 or something. But we agreed. It was mutual agreement to wrestle 125, which is pretty good because we don't agree on a lot. We agreed at 125, so it started off in a wonderful day.
How would you describe this series now between Iowa and Iowa State currently?
Pretty good. I had a buddy from Virginia have to spend $600 for a ticket to get here, so I think it's back, so it's good.
Is the emotional level higher than it's been between you and the coaches? And
I don't know about that. I think a lot of people like to make stuff about history and stuff like that, and we get in the arena and we're not going to be friendly to each other, and it's going to be like that forever. So it's not worth trying to change anything about it, but good wrestling. And I think based on the crowd today and just the hype this week, everybody was excited. I didn't have to say anything to our guys before we went in the locker room. Usually you kind of got to give them a rah-rah. I didn't need a rah-rah today, so.
Jarakina wasn't in the lineup. What happened there?
He got a little dinged up in the end of the first period at the All-Star meet, and got a pretty good shoulder strain, which is probably going to keep him out till the first of January. So he's back in there. He's just kind of starting to get back on the mat, but he's not ready to go live. So just need to be smart right now and protected, but it's coming along.
What did you feel from Younger's match?
I felt like he needed to focus a little bit more on wrestling and less on, he was too amped up. Like, he's a fighter, and sometimes it's not smart to be a fighter out there, and you gotta temper that, and you gotta manage your emotions. But he's a heck of a wrestler when he can take guys down really fast, and he just needed to focus on getting one more takedown, and that match would have been blown out. But good for Warner to come back and make it a match, and obviously Younger's really hard to score on. I mean, that position you see him at the end of the match, he hops around practice for about 30 minutes a day with somebody with his foot up in the air like that. So he's pretty comfortable in that position.
With Terakina being out, what did you take away from Kabambian's performance?
He was ready to go. I think he was surprised that he kind of was in that match at the end. I mean, we knew Spencer was going to get tired at the end of it just because it's his first time out there for how long. So we kept saying, survive the storm, and I thought he did. I just think he needed to wrestle himself back into a regular decision there. But, Spencer toughed it out.
What's your message to your guys moving forward?
Just got to learn from this. The good thing about losing is we always learn more from losing than we do winning. And so when we've got some good notes, and even guys like Marcus Coleman who won, we got to open up more. That's probably one weight that didn't feel like we really opened up. So you notice some of the guys that won more hell than the guys that lost, but we got to open up there. So I think that's the message. And this group's really receptive, and they're very coachable, so they can take it. Thank you.
Great.